So AI
How was on
is
Riverside Cafe.
definitely probably the biggest topic that is being talked about nowadays. I mean, you really can't go a day without there being a dozen articles and a dozen videos about AI, whether it's about AI taking over or AI being a threat to jobs, or then there was the whole controversy with the AI ban with Spotify. So obviously, AI is definitely probably the biggest discussion slash issue that we have today. But I was reading an article a few days ago that kind of made me wonder about something that people have been talking about really since the deepfake era. Because when deepfakes came out, there was obviously the concern of, this could be fucking disastrous, where you could easily impersonate like a world leader and declare war or something like that. I mean, it sounds kind of fucking ridiculous, but it's not really that ridiculous. I mean, you could easily have like a deep fake AI of like Vladimir Putin saying that they're going to launch a fucking nuke at New York City, and the intelligence agencies and the fucking White House think that that's actually Vladimir Putin. Like, by the time they try to like realize that that's not actually Putin, there could have been like a World War III nuclear apocalypse at that point. So it sounds ridiculous. Like, it sounds fucking stupid, and it sounds like something from like a cheesy action apocalyptic movie. But like, that's actually something that could happen. I mean, we have seen that there have been AI. I don't know if it was Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz, but there was some politician recently where there was like an AI that was made that like seemingly like them, like pretty convincingly, that people kind of thought it was them. So like, you can do this. Like, I mean, and also, I mean, you look online, like on YouTube, and there's tons of YouTube president or AI YouTube president videos where like the voices sound pretty convincing. So like, the technology is there to be able to do that. But what I was wondering was, so the article I saw a few days ago, they were talking about how that there are these reporters and anchors that are AI, but look pretty much like identical to humans. Like, it's very hard to distinguish between them and an actual human. And I was wondering because I was wondering if we might end up having a War of the Worlds type of situation, kind of like with Orson Welles. So I think everyone. I mean, even I remember learning about this back in school. But back when the radio drama that Orson Welles did back in the day of War of the Worlds went over the radio, people thought it was like actually real. They thought that there was actually an alien invasion that causes mass panic and hysteria. And, it was a pretty big deal back then, back in the 30s when Orson Welles did that. And you look at it now. I mean, obviously, people listen to that audio drama and they're like, "Oh, clearly this is fucking fake." But I mean, in the 30s, yeah, that was something that seemed legitimate. Like, we kind of have to put in context when that happened. Like, if you were there at that time, you probably would have thought it was fucking happening too. Like, it was pretty believable for its time. But I wonder, like, if like today there was like, I don't know, like an AI reporting of like an alien invasion. I think that that could actually be done to where there could be like a legit panic. Like, I could see there being like somehow a. I mean, it sounds conspiratorial. I know this. It sounds like fucking tinfoil conspiracy theory, but like, I could see there being. It doesn't even have to be a group of people, because like now AI is getting to the point where like you can, as like one person without any type of like programming or software experience, you can like make some pretty decent AI content. So like, you don't even need like a group of people to do this, but like, you could have one person that's like hyper competent that could like somehow organize a AI story of there being like an alien invasion, or like a meteorite hit Earth, or like some natural like fucking nuclear attack just happened, or like some war just started between China and fucking America or some shit. And you could easily cause a panic. So like, it's kind of funny how we look at like back then, like with Orson Welles and the War of the Worlds audio drama, and we think about how stupid or how silly it is that like people fell for that. But like, in a weird way, we still could fall for that today. Like it, and also today it's even worse because unlike back then in the 30s, it was just radio. Like it was just people listening to the radio and hearing what Orson Welles was saying. They weren't actually watching like an alien invasion. But like today, you could like look at your phone or look at anything and see like an actual video that could seem pretty realistic of like anything happening or like a leader getting killed or a fucking declaration of war or like a fucking country being bombed, and you'd believe it. Like like as much as people, some people think that they could, they couldn't fall for it. You could. Like, there's no, I don't believe that there is anyone out there who could not be tricked or deceived into believing something if it was done well enough. Like there is, we've gotten to the point where there are people out there that could make on a grand scale. Like I'm talking like on a not even a national, on like a fucking like a global scale, they could cause like a chain reaction of like horrible shit happening. Like the whole deepfake thing where you impersonate like a world leader and declare they're gonna launch a nuke at fucking North Korea, and then North Korea launches a nuke back. There is that possibility where like you could have an AI newscast that says that like, oh, fucking Kim Jong Un is gonna attack fucking America. There's a nuke inbound. Now you could say the counter to that would be like, well, obviously the intelligence agencies would not be fooled by that. Like obviously there would be a lot of research and checking into making sure this is actually real. But like I don't know, I feel like I don't know. I think that's true, but I think also there is a part of like if it because I think that that's the thing is like I don't know. Obviously, none of us know how exactly the behind the scene inner workings of the military and the government works when it comes to like what they would do in the event that there would be like a nuclear war or like the possibility of like Russia or China or like another superpower like actually engaging and military in like a military attack against America. We really don't know what they would do or like what the countermeasures are or anything like that. But I don't know. I could see there being like a knee jerk reaction of like, oh shit, like Russia announced that they're going to do this, and we gotta respond. And I mean, also like if there's a situation already that like is already pretty tense, pretty heated, pretty highly contentious, and both sides are anticipating want to do something. I could see one side if they see like an AI newscast like a fucking fake NBC or ABC talking about how so and so leader or so and so head of the fucking defense department talking about how we're going to launch a tactical nuke at this fucking country or this island. I could see that being kind of I can see it being taken kind of seriously. I mean, and, yeah, I mean, there is a chance that like there could be like a fact checking where like the government or Russia or whoever could like quickly try to figure out if this is true, if it's not. But I don't know. Like, I mean, whether it's the government, whether it's people, I feel like in a situation of kind of high strain, high tension situations, yeah, I think there's something a mistake could easily be made, and we could have like a war that starts out from a fucking AI nothing, like it really nothing happened, but because there's this AI, video or this AI article or this AI newscast that's been or like a program that's been made, you now have two superpowers or like multiple countries in a war or a conflict because of something that one dude or one person in their fucking house did in Montana. Like it's kind of crazy. We've gotten to the point where that's a possibility. Like I know this sounds crazy to a point. I know this sounds like I know this sounds kind of out there. Like this sounds like it could not happen, but I really think it's possible. Like I think maybe not now. Maybe it's there is a bit of like intelligence agencies might be able to kind of figure out like if something was real or not. But I think like in another 15 years, like I mean we've seen where AI is at now. Like AI can perfectly replicate people's voices. It can replicate like full people. Like you can make an AI. replica, like an AI avatar of people, and then you got deep fakes that are fucking almost indistinguishable from actual people. You have endless programs out there that you can use to like make, you know, uh, videos of like real life that look like they're actually real life of people talking, like just in the White House, and a fucking couch on a couch in a living room, a coffee shop, a fucking school. Like the technology and the ability to do that is out there. So like it is possible. Like I think it is possible that there could be at some point like a mass panic or a chain panic or chain hysteria that could break out from an AI event, like someone or a group of people, and it doesn't have to be for anything. Like it could just be a group of people that just want to just start shit. It doesn't have to be like someone wanting to cause the destruction of fucking South Korea or Russia or whatever. They could just want to do it just to do it. Like, I mean, we've seen tons of instances of people just doing crazy shit for no reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They don't have any, ultimate political reason or political ambitions or any grand purpose. I mean, people just do just sadistic, crazy, destructive shit just for the fun of it, just because they can. And I could easily see that happening where you have somebody or a group of people decide they want to instigate a fucking international war between two countries, and it could probably be pulled off. And I don't know, it is kind of, I mean, I don't know, like, because I don't, unlike a lot of people, I don't think that AI is the death of humanity. First of all, the people who think that AI itself is going to end like the human race, that's just not going to happen. I mean, we have been trying to kill ourselves as a race for over 100 years. Like we have made weapons on a fucking on a near planetary scale, like atomic weapons, nuclear weapons. We have made weapons specifically to kill as many people and destroy as much radius of land as possible. We make weapons on a daily basis that are designed with the pure intent to kill as many people as possible. We make military weapons designed to kill as many human beings as possible. We are intent on trying to kill each other. Not like, I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound like we're just, violent, mindless savages, but like the idea that people are like not going to, like, we have not been trying to kill ourselves, or we have not been on the brink of destroying the planet, AI, AI, i.e. the Cuban Missile Crisis, among other threats. Like there have been several points in history that humans have nearly wiped ourselves out from our own actions. So like the idea that AI is going to somehow bring about the apocalypse of humans is just fucking insane. That's just not going to happen. I mean, but with that said, I don't think that's going to happen. But I do think there is the legitimate fear of AI pretty much taking over a good bit of the planet. Where, I mean, you see it already, where AI has automated like tons of different jobs. It's automated a lot of different industries, which has caused ripple effect to people not being able to get a job, people not being able to use the degrees that they go to college for, and that causes a whole other issue with a jobless crisis, and it causes a whole other. It just causes a chain reaction. So there are a lot of threats that are legitimate with AI. Among the one I've just been talking about, how there's like the potential for instigating pretty disastrous conflicts from AI. But I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just being very I don't know, not conspiratorial, because like, I mean, I know it does sound crazy. It sounds like something from a fucking science fiction game or a sci-fi movie. But the more I read about like these AI news reporters, and like that band, like the AI band that was a big deal on Spotify, that turns out they were AI. Like a lot of people didn't know they were AI. They actually believed that was a real group of people. And like we've gotten to the point now where people cannot really tell the difference between AI and non-AI. Like I've seen people, like there are people now that are so obsessed and so intent on not being deceived into thinking something is AI, that they kind of think that things that are not AI are AI. Like I've seen people look at photos online. Like there was a photo of a RPG character, that I have seen, I know for a fact since about 2011. Like it's been out there for a long time. And I saw someone comment about how, oh, this is clearly AI, and it's like, clearly it's not because this photo has been on the internet since like 2011. Like it's been on here before any of these AI programs existed. But like people are so conditioned now to trying to see like where AI is, like that this is AI, and not to like be deceived into it. Because like there is this group of people, and this has become a little bit more prominent. And it's something I've realized that there is a group of people that try to aggressively resist enjoying or trying to like anything with AI to almost like a detriment, where like they're so concerned and so not wanting to fall into what they think like is a trap of like AI, like not wanting to like AI, that they just assume it's places that it's not. Like they look at videos and they're like, "Oh, that's clearly AI," and it's like clearly it's not actually. Or they look at like a photo, or they look at a person, they think that it's AI, and it's actually not AI. Like they're so like set on trying to convince themselves that they're not, that they cannot enjoy or cannot like enjoy anything with AI, that like they see it everywhere. Like it's almost like a, it's almost like a derangement almost, where like people have like AI derangement. Like I think that is a thing. Like I don't even know if it's an official term, but like I do feel like people have, like some people do have a form of AI derangement where like they are just set on like they think it's. I mean, yeah, AI is a lot of places. I'm not gonna act like it's just not anywhere, but there are people that like they cannot not see it anywhere. Like it's just everywhere they look, everywhere they see, like and they're so set on trying to like point out or like trying to spot where it's AI. And then by trying to do that, they end up actually not realizing that they're spotting out things that are not AI, or like they can't actually distinguish between the two of them. So that's kind of an interesting phenomenon that I've noticed. But I don't know, like I think that's one thing. Even though like I don't believe, even though I've talked about, I just spent the last few minutes talking about how AI could cause like a nuclear war, a fucking apocalypse from people fighting. Like I don't think that AI itself, like inherently, like because that's what people say. Like they think, people think that like AI itself is gonna like become sentient, and like Ultron, like fucking Ultron from the Avengers or the comics. Like AI is gonna become sentient, or like HAL 9000 from 2001: Space Odyssey. Like people think that AI is gonna become sentient and then like decide just to like erase mankind. Like it's just gonna decide like, you know what, people, they need to get rid of. It's our time now. It's time for AI. Humans, their time's over. I don't think that's going to happen. Like I think, like I said, it will be if humans end up being brought to, or like end up being wiped out or brought to an extinction point, it will be because of us. Like humans, we, like I said, we have an innate tendency of trying to kill ourselves. I mean, how many genocides have there been in the last 100 years? And we can't. I mean, the Holocaust is like just one of many. The Armenian genocide, there's kind of, it's been a few of them. I mean, we've killed. I mean, how many fucking billions? I mean, maybe even how trillions of people over the course of human history. Like the idea that somehow AI is going to do the job that we have not been able to do, and also kind of been trying to do pretty aggressively for like 100 years. I don't see that happening. Like I don't think that's a possibility. I don't know. This is just my little ranting I wanted to go on. This is something I wanted to talk about. But let me know what you think. If you think I'm just kind of tinfoil hat, conspiracy theory, just overthinking this, or if you think there is something to it. But with that said, I think I'm gonna call it a day here, and I will see you good people later.